light. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight in my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely blessed. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance, or sing and shout in my own homeland. Give yourself a treat, a few days or a week, and you will see just what I mean. Just take my advice, everyone is nice. You feel like royalty, my friend.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. This is yours truly, Franco. We'll be linking up with Flavius in a few minutes. So in the meantime, enjoy the music as we get link up with Flavius.
You can fill your belly with the coconut jelly, mango, papaya, cane and Guinea. There's ackee and a saltfish and a roast yam and banana, curried goat and a managed water. The Sunday special if you like a revival, Catholic, Baptist or Pentecostal. The house of Jah is there, have no fear. Walk right in and get your share. I'm walking on sand, I'm holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. A homeland, my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. My own homeland.
This is your very own sports, music, and lifestyle podcast with Flavius and Franco. Welcome.
Yes. We got Flavius on the line. Hooking up with Flavius. Morning, Flavius.
Good morning, Franco. Good morning, listeners, viewers.
What's in your cup this morning?
Well, nothing yet. We are working on some fruits first.
Fruits.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, pineapple and
Eat my fruits them long time.
okay.
Yeah. Get ready for it. Prepare some more tea.
Yeah, I'm heading for tea now, yes.
Yeah, we have to because things not looking good in Europe, North America, and other parts of the world, but it looked good in New Zealand. New Zealand is
Don't leave out Jamaica. Jamaica is not looking good at all.
New Zealand is clean,
Okay.
virus free for now.
Okay.
And I think other countries can reach to that level. You know, there's a video been circulating. It should be on social media because if it's WhatsApp, part of social media.
Mhm.
And it show you a corona bug. And two gentlemen walking, and they went into a restroom they were walking in somewhere. They were walking. It's not a restroom. They were walking, and basically,
Mhm.
one of them stopped, like he was tired, rest his hand against a wall, and Corona jump off of the wall right on his hand. Started to yawn. He started to yawn. Place his hand over his mouth. Boom! Corona get in his nostril. And infected. He got infected. Not knowing, he sneezed, and his brethren beside him, catch it straight in his face. It gone up in his nostril as well. The brethren sneezed while there was a parent and her daughter passing by, both wearing their mask. And guess what? Corona fight for pull off the mask, but can't pull off the mask because they're well protected. So they went home with the mask, took it off. Guess who's on the mask? Corona. But they threw their mask into a tub with hot water and soap and wash out, kill Mr. Corona, wash their hands and everything. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, these guys are telling us something, So the place around us is infected, but they are not cleaning it.
Yep.
Because, outdoor is infected. It's obvious. Outdoor is infected. And that ad was done by UNESCO. No, yeah. Yeah, it was done by them because they were protecting children. They are telling you it's, to protect children. UNICEF. There you go, UNICEF.
My mom still passed my brother. Let's there.
Ah, man, there's some serious thing going on, but I don't know. What's the numbers now in Jamaica? It's rising.
1,000 plus. 1,000 plus.
It's rising.
We have been having 15, 16, 20 different numbers every day.
Where it coming from?
Most of it overseas, and then you had a church in Clarendon that did protocol and all of them get it.
Well, pretty soon Jamaica might have to close its border again, because Cuba closed their border.
Yeah.
And Jamaica might be the only country I know of so far, accepting Americans. Whether they are visitors or Jamaicans coming back home to visit, they shouldn't be there until
America have advisory on us the people shouldn't come here.
Yeah, you mean
I think that's a
America?
big in the
They're saying that now?
America have advisory from the weekend.
Hi, this is Pam Hall.
America shouldn't come to Jamaica.
But it's true.
Well, that is good. That
They
is
shouldn't be
good.
there. They shouldn't be there. I mean, the Midwest is spiking. The Midwest thought they wouldn't get it. And now it's eating up in that side. So, anyway, let's do our thing because we have a lot to do this morning. We have to link up with
Yeah.
Teddy with the really current news coming out of Jamaica, the Caribbean, and around the world. So, you ready for your did you know?
Oh, always, yes.
All right. Let me line you up.
Hi, this is Pam Hall, and I'm inviting you to hang out with Flavius and Franco on the Real Stuff podcast. They're such great company.
Feel like a tourist in my own homeland.
Take it away, Flavius.
Well, good morning again, listeners and viewers. This morning we're going to look at volcanoes in the Caribbean. Volcano activity in the Caribbean has created some of the most beautiful paradise islands in the world. We're basically saying that most of the islands, or all of them, were created through some volcanic activity. During the 20th century, two of those islands were reminded of the destructive power of volcanoes. Montserrat and Martinique both had sleeping volcanoes which woke up dramatically. The Antilles volcanic island arc has created an archipelago of tropical islands as the North Atlantic plate has subdued beneath the Caribbean plate. Magma has risen through the crust to puncture the plate above and create volcanic islands, most being violent and include pyroclastic flows like on Montserrat. In 1995, on the small British island of Montserrat, the Soufriere Hills volcano started a series of dramatic eruptions, which degraded the southern two-thirds of the island. Dramatical pyroclastic flows swept down all sides of the volcano, wiping out the tropical landscape and consuming the capital, Plymouth. In 1902, Mount Pelée on the French island of Martinique killed 30,000 people when a dramatic eruption swept through the town of Saint-Pierre. Okay, let's just give you a little touch of what volcano is in the Caribbean. And believe it or not, now we're going to speak about 10 volcanoes in the Caribbean you can actually hike. You can actually walk through. Okay, there we go. The first one is Mount Scenery volcano in the little island of Saba. The top of this mount, located at an elevation of 2,910 feet, is an ancient lava dome, of which is still a potentially active volcano. Those who don't want to take the 1,064 stone carved steps to the cloud-shrouded peak can watch the video. Hike to the cloud of Mount Scenery at the Dutch Museum in Williamside. In addition, the artifact collection here dates to 1600. Last eruption was in 1640. Yep. And then we move to Mount Musiga in St. Kitts. Hiking to the top of this dormant 3,792 feet volcano is not for the faint-hearted. It's a strenuous walk through jungle, but the panoramic view from the top is rewarding. The mountains carry Indian name Liamulga, means fertile land, and there is certainly visible from all the lush greenery on the way up, as well as seeds of leafy green vegetables from the peak. A round trip hike takes about 5 hours. That's in St. Kitts. And then the sister island Nevis Peak. It's possible to hike this 3,232 feet peak, but stamina and the lack of fear of height are top priorities, prerequisites. It also takes courage, as this is a potentially active volcano, though there have been no eruption for thousands of years. Perhaps the best way to appreciate this volcano is looking up at it from the Pini Beach, with a killer bee rum punch in hand from Sunshine Beach Bar. Can I believe that? There is a little spirit in you to actually look at this and think about hiking it. I guess it's that steep. Montserrat, Chances Peak. And you didn't know they had places left in Montserrat. Because that hurricane at recent time took away most of the country. And everybody had to run to England. Plymouth, the island's former capital, and much of the surrounding southern area have become an exclusion zone to visitors, even since the Sophia Hills sorry. Ever since the Sophia Hills volcano culminated at Chances Peak, blew in 1995, like I said, very recent. Recently, relative dormancy has led the government to open part of the area to occasional tour groups. Take one of these tours while visiting the Montserrat Volcano Observatory. Inside, scientists actively monitor the volcano while visitors can watch a short film about the eruption 2 decades ago. Dominica, boiling lake. Can you believe this? A boiling lake. Wouldn't want to walk close to that. Check out the little lake in the Morney Trust Pitons National Park, where teamy cloud caps and bubbling 180 degrees to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, bluish gray water. This lake, a little over an acre, is actually a flooded fumarole or crack in the Earth's surface where gas escapes from the molten lava underneath. It's possible to trek to the boiling lake from the town of Ludat. Leave early. The round trip easily takes 6 to 8 hours of hike. Wow. Mount Pele, Martinique, famous for its 1902 eruption that destroyed the city of Saint-Pierre. This volcano is currently quiet, though it still registers seismic activity and is under the watchful eye of the island volcanic observatory. There is a well-marked and signaled trail that leads up to the 4,577 feet peak, where it's possible to enjoy a panoramic view from the volcanic cone if the cloud hasn't rolled in. Down in Saint Pierre, visit the one-room Musée Volcanology to learn more about the 1902 event. Sulphur Springs, St. Lucia. It's easy to visit this island volcano. After all, the Superior volcano, located 24 miles south of the capital of Castries, is famous for being the only driving volcano in the world. That's because there's a road that goes up to and through the volcano crater. It's possible to take a tour and get out and walk in this alien-looking landscape. Hold your nose. The sulfur smells like rotten egg. It's strong. And I will tell you something about that, Franco. Number 8, we have Kick Them Jenny in Grenada. The only live submarine volcano in the Eastern Caribbean showed recent signs of life in July 2015, when scientists picked up 2 strong seismic signals. Located 5 miles north of Grenada, it is an area restricted for marine traffic by 1 to 3 miles, depending on the potential for eruptive activity. However, it's possible to hear percussion sounds from the volcano when scuba divers off nearby locations like Grenada's Ronde Island. We'll go to Digiti Mud Volcano in Trinidad. Mud volcanoes aren't true volcanoes, but they sure look like the real deal, only smaller. There are over a dozen mud volcanoes in Trinidad. Digiti, located on the southern side of the island, is 20 feet high. And frequently belches gas. There's a well-worn part around the cone from frequent visitors. Local legend says that the mud makes a great rejuvenating facial mask. Is that right? This is Uiberry, a.k.a. the A-Stack in Aruba. The name of this volcano formation that rises to 541 feet above sea level translates to haystack, which the structure surely resembles since it's covered with sticky cactus and bushy divvy trees. The government built steps to the top, from which there is a great view of mostly flat landscape below, all the way out to the sea. Ulberry popularity is evident by its depiction on the Aruba coat of arms. So, Franco,
Yeah.
let me tell you about the Sulphur Springs in St. Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
If you have sinus problem, that's the place to go. When you leave, everything gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to say the world only driving and walking volcano.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually drove in and walked around. You think I'm crazy?
No.
Yeah, man. After we finished with
Go
I
ahead.
was in a place. I was in a place where the guy was showing us a little bubble coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and said you put an egg there,
Okay.
it will boil in seconds. And we are standing right on it. I was saying a similar place like that, just touring one time with some tourists.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's the one where you say when it's like inside a cage? A cave, like.
Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. You can go, you go right in the crater, in the volcano,
Okay.
and you can walk around. If you remember those sci-fi things like Lost in Space and things there, when them on the moon walking around, I guess it's something like that. We don't have no right to be in there at all, I can tell you that.
Okay.
I don't know. Any minute anything can happen. But it's a good experience still.
But I saw one of the pictures, the slide, the photo slide, and I saw Trinidad have a volcano, but it's
That's a mud.
it's
That's
a
a
mud.
mud.
Oh, it's a mud one. Okay, dried out.
No, it was really a volcano. It was something like a volcano.
Okay.
And it's only 20 feet.
Okay.
Even if that was a volcano, not much will happen. It's a kind of a prey volcano.
Okay.
But the other ones are real.
Mm-hmm.
I've been inside of one of them, and that's a great experience.
True.
In fact, I went very close to the one in Grenada. And Grenada. But one thing about this volcano place about, like in Grenada, all around the volcano thing, that's dormant. But that is where they grow a lot of crops,
Okay.
Because the soil is rich. Really rich soil.
I see.
Yep. And they make a lot of money because everybody wants to walk in a volcano. Everybody wants to walk up a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to take pictures, all kind of pictures. And they go so high that the view from the top of them, man, is something else. Yep. The entire Caribbean, is volcanic activity.
I would
That
figure
push out the
that.
island.
I would figure that.
Yeah.
I would figure that.
So I hope you enjoyed this morning.
I hope so too. I hope they enjoy it or learn something. You know, can
Yeah, when you go
visit a couple
when
of
you go
them.
to country, you are so inclined you can take a hike, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fair to say for the guards, the guys know what they're doing and all of that stuff.
Them
So,
those volcanoes sleeping, man. I'm dead.
well, that's what they said about Montserrat until the child said, I was not dead, I am back.
Mm-hmm.
And almost the whole country got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't remember. That's the word news.
When was that? When that took place? What was the
1995.
95? No. I mean, I remember it. I should.
Yeah.
Yeah. It never riveted in my brain, so
Okay.
I don't remember much of it. I mean, I remember it. Period.
And most of the people were to migrate to England.
Mm.
Very few people remained. Some of them went and came back. But most of them, because they were British subjects,
Mm-hmm.
it was not a problem for them to
Go to
just
England.
leave. Yeah.
Relocate them.
I think they had British passport and everything, so it was no problem. Some of them stayed and some of them came back.
Well, in case you didn't know, now you know.
The history of the Caribbean is so rich, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So rich, man. So many things to learn, so many things to know. And because, we are one place, but, one people, but we have many different places.
Mm-hmm.
And each place have something unique about it.
Okay. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let us get Teddy inside here. Hear what Teddy have for us.
Yes.
So, in the meantime, music from Tasha T coming here this Friday.
Sometimes in life you have to make a change, you know. True. A change for the better. A change for a better future. You can't do the same thing every day and expect to reach further. You're mad. Why? Tasha T, she a sing, everybody sing. New day, new life, new start, new everything. Can't take the bloodshed no more. Come make we rearrange, make a change, yeah. New day, new life, new start, new everything. Can't take the struggles no more. Come make we rearrange, make a change, yeah. In the streets getting serious. No love flow, there is so much unjust. Just hold your sanity, you got the ability. Be what you wanna be to reach your destiny. A change is good for the mind. A change can be waited time. Come make we rearrange and make a change. I don't live the same old life and make the same mistakes now. New day, new life, new start, new everything. Can't take the bloodshed no more.
That's Tasha T coming here this Friday. She's gonna do our storytelling on Friday. So we have with us Mr. Teddy Laidley with the really current this morning. How you doing, Teddy?
Well, I'm giving thanks, and like as usual, we are here another Monday.
True.
Yeah, we're here another Monday, and taking it easy in warm Jamaica.
True.
You know?
True.
Morning, Teddy.
Yeah, morning, Flavius, and to all our listeners who have tuned in and take time out of their day to give a listening ears.
True, my brother.
Yeah. Well, the big story in Jamaica right now is this whole thing of the election.
Mm-hmm.
Election is in the air. As a matter of fact, even our sister island, and Tobago, is having their election. I think it's tomorrow or today.
Today.
Oh.
Today.
Today.
Yeah.
Happening as we speak.
Yeah, knowing the fact that
Flavor's excited, you know.
Yeah, because we share the same, almost the same thing in terms of independence and right. So they are saying currently an election cannot take place during SOE, which is the state of emergency.
Oh,
So
okay.
Parliament is going to be convened today or Monday. Usually the cabinet meeting at Jamaica House, and Tuesday they resume their Parliament. So the question is, if both parties when convened tomorrow in Parliament and they call for the SOE withdraw, then naturally the election is in the air.
All right.
So the election, the EOJ said that they have been approved, putting everything in place, the protocol in terms of sanitation stations and supporting staff and making sure that the amount of people inside each polling division stay on. So Gladstone Brown, who is the director of election this morning, point that out.
Okay.
So, all candidates from both political party are in place, and so there are several other new party come about. One, the people Progressive Party, that is led by several ministers of religion, and then. But the question that continues being asked with the tribalism and the two parties, I'm trying to find the right word. The two parties, you wonder if a third party can survive under this present regime, because just backpedaling a couple years ago. We're not talking NDM.
Okay.
We're going way back to Lightburn, because Lightburn.
Okay.
When
Gone way back, man. Not the 70s.
Yeah, when Lightburn had a fall to the Labour Party, he was one of the most likable member of Parliament by both parties. And former party, and I remember he formed the party and had a mass meeting in Crossroad, and it was ended. And that itself didn't last long.
Okay.
Bruce come closer to the time of Bruce Bolin. Bruce had the ears of certain people who were tired, and some of the things that the NDM brought forward that really worked. Again, that fall by the wayside. So you wonder if it is by design. We call it symptomatic politics. And
the two guys must stay in the ring.
And that is what slowed down our progress as a country, because both parties created a tribalism kind of politics, and instead of they try to unite the people, they try to divide the people.
True. Yeah. Absolutely right with that one there.
So when people constantly make comparison to the Singapore model, what bothers me is that people forgot that Singapore method was far different from ours. They instilled discipline and deal with a totalitarian kind of government.
Was at the time. Singapore, are they using what, socialism?
Yeah, but they deal with a level where, first of all, they place emphasis on education. So they were saying that once you're able to educate the masses, it means that you're able for them to draw what we call accountability on their representative, and they're able to have dialogue, to be part of the dialogue. take place of the development of the country, which is
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Because if this is one of the drawback, and let us say in terms of the whole democracy, persons are not at a level that they are able to make the right decision, because that is what is holding the country back.
Yeah.
What is holding the country back is that people are making the vote or political decision based on the likability of the leader and emotion. So they are not able to discuss issues, tangible issues that affect the development of the country. And they don't know their history, and they don't know how the function of government work. Once they are knowledgeable of these things, then they will then ask of their representatives, both local and national, questions. And it's simple. If I know how things work, then it allows me to question it and to make informed decisions.
True, true. But Teddy, I wish you was a candidate. I wish you was.
No. Remember what? Too many old people are in parliament.
You don't reach the age yet. You don't reach the age yet. You don't reach the age yet for retire.
No. I just. Flavius is there, but I can tell I only have 4 more years.
That's good. Okay, that's a term right there. That's a term right there.
Teddy, I'm hearing that that we'll be having a number of independent candidates this time around.
Yeah, but you see the thing about it, if, put it this way, and let us call a spade a spade. If there are a lot of independent candidates and they can make an impact, meaning if they can swing the vote, then what it forced for happen to be in parliament is what we call a coalition government. Because then naturally both sides would want the independent candidate for governance.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. So what it means now that Jamaicans are what we call free thinkers. And that's a plus.
And it's so 63 seats.
Repeat that?
63 seats, right?
Yes.
So
My problem with the independent candidates of the past is not many of them are people who come up and say, well, they have this view and they want to do that. Most of them are people who fall out with their party and decide that they should have be the one running and they can win. You know? It's not an independent per se. They're not really independent. They are part of one of these parties.
Yeah, because many of them have influence over certain seat. And so that's where the things, if they have a fallout, naturally, they and the seat that they have, they can swing. But again, in terms of their clout, they again would have to take side with one. To be effective, they would have to take side with either their former or things. So that is it.
Flavius, how many independent you heard you get words of that running? Flavius?
I'm not sure though, but I know there is probably more than one.
Oh, more than one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, big numbers then.
The independent party.
Usually big numbers.
Huh? Repeat that, Flavius.
No, I'm saying independent candidates are never a big number.
No, it can't be a big number. So I'm saying to you, if it's a big number, then it have to what you call help to create a coalition government, because what it means that both political sides would have to draw for these independent in order to help form the government. Worst of all, if they make an impact in the vote.
Yeah.
right? But as I said, the election is in the air. There's no two way about it, and they want to get it over with. The whole thing is inch on corruption, meaning is the voters going to make a decision against corruption, or corruption doesn't matter? And that's where we have a problem with, because both parties are guilty of corruption. And if the electorate
Of being corrupt.
huh? No. This is what we're saying. If a decision has been made and the electorate don't see corruption as a hindrance to our progress, and you said the poll might have indicated that they don't pay attention to corruption, what is that saying about our country? Because corruption help take away the dollars for development. And if you look, if you add up all the dollars that have been added into corruption, and if you were to say, let us equate it, these money went into corruption, what could we use these funds for? Whether social transformation program, proper infrastructures, proper health care, because when you look at it, with the population growing, and then just let us give one example. We have about 6 major hospitals across the country that serve over 3 million people. That in itself, we should have been building. We should have at least 14 major hospitals in the country. Each parish have a major hospital and several clinics, type 5 clinic. No, in that case, that's what I'm talking about. When you take away those money that could have helped the healthcare, the education system. Right now, the university is saying that they're going to have an increase in fees for the student, both regional and Jamaica, and the student now are complaining. There's no, how are we going to develop other people when the price of education is out of the reach of the average person?
Yes, it's much too high, man. Much too high.
Yes,
much too high.
That's the point I'm saying. You know what I mean? And when you have an educated workforce, then the right decision will be made. And that's what we're saying. We cannot continue to send our people overseas to programs such as the farm work program and the hotel program. We're supposed to be using our persons in a professional way.
That's supposed you're supposed to build in Jamaica with that force of people.
There you go. And there's a change. The new norms now are changing us to rethink the landscape of production. So that is it. And the scientific, we call it statistics show, and it go right across. Any area in Jamaica where construction or employment taking place, crime goes on. Because
that's true.
If you open up a construction site, several construction sites, and employ the gentleman who, as we call, rub out their hand middle, they naturally, by the time they come in, they're tired, and then there is no heated thing taking place. And secondly, it's what we call a trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
Whereas the shopkeeper is making money, the lady who sells the banana and the orange on the corner is making money, the bar is making money, everybody's making money.
Let me ask a question, Teddy. Other than the road construction that have been going on for years in Jamaica, what has Jamaica built in the last 20 years?
Well, within the last 20 years, you'd have said the road network is a concentrated effort. Well, quite a few hotels within the north have been built within the last 20 years.
Okay.
Many the hotels that are currently in Montego Bay and Otorius have been built within the last 20 years. So if we look at it from that angle, within the last 20 years, the hotel so we look at hotel, we look at housing solution, because within the last 20 years also some housing development have taken place and road construction have taken place. So to be honest with you,
and the 2 airports have been expanded. 2 airports.
You said the 2 airports have expanded.
Yeah, the 2 airports have also have expanded. So within the last 20 years, from 2000 to 2020, that have taken place. So we're not knocking it, because when you look now, in terms of although there's still what we call traffic is taking place across the country, which we are better, a little better in our traffic management now. Because, for example, for persons who have not been to Jamaica here in the last 10 years, places like 3 Mile that was roundabout no longer exists. And we have flyover now, or we drive over now.
Finally open, yeah.
Right. So that itself, the expansion of one of the corridors here in Kingston, we call the Country Spring Road, that moves traffic from north to south, again, has been expanded. So the road network has increased.
Yeah, when I was there, they were doing the Constant Spring Road. I remember they were doing Constant Spring.
And that take place also, that include the boulevard and also include Hollow Road. Okay. So within the last 20 years, Jamaica road expansion have certainly taken place. We no longer spend 4 hours to get from Kingston to Montego Bay. So we're doing that.
The road that lead to St. Mary, up when you take Constant Spring or Junction.
Junction.
All right. That road finish it? That finish it?
It doesn't start.
When I was there, remember when I was there last year, it was still under construction. They were digging up and,
It will be concluded next year.
Okay.
Still digging something.
Okay.
Still digging.
Yeah, it will be concluded. It is being stated that it will be concluded next year.
That's good.
So let us do
that.
As I said, the road construction has certainly improved within the last 20 years in Jamaica. Our airport, in terms of dealing with the traffic of persons coming in and the services, along with immigration and custom, have certainly improved. As a person who travels frequently, I can tell you that the airports, both Norman Manley and Santos, has improved. The housing solution, there are more persons now becoming homeowners. So that in itself has improved. Let us look at education. Although it has been expensive, there are a lot of schools that have expanded. The University of Technology has moved from College Arts, Science and Technology to the University of Technology. New courses have been put in place. The expansion of the University of Western Indies have also taken place. So the universities itself across the landscape of Jamaica has improved. There are a lot of online schools and universities now that have, we call it, offshore courses here in Jamaica. So at least you can study here at home rather than leaving to go to that country. So education, with all fairness, has improved. Road have improved. Housing solution have improved. The health sector have improved because just recently a donation of a cardiogram machine and all of that scanning and all CT scan. I've just be involved at the University of the West Indies, and so we're not only looking for Jamaicans to utilize the service, but also people from the Caribbean. A case in point, just recently during the corona, there was, I can't remember if it was from one of those smaller Caribbean islands that they came here and they looked to be treated at the University of the West Indies. So the University of the West Indies does not, hospital does not open its door only to Jamaican, but to the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, at the university, you have we used to say, you have the poor man, the rich, the man who can afford it, and the very rich. You have a unit called the 28th wing at the university. And I can tell you, if we blindfold you and put you inside there and take off the blindfold, you're sure that you are in a hospital in Miami. Right? So the 28th wing is set up for persons who have the financial resource, who don't need to fly to Miami. So the health care, and then you have Scotia Bank finance another wing at the hospital called emergency and accident. Again, and then you have the next wing that you have to spend the whole day. So,
and this is what UW?
Yes, at the UW. So let's put it straight. Once you have money, your health
is there. Okay.
Well, like they say, all persons are equal, but that is only on the books. The law says all men are equal, but
it's all on the books. Yeah, that's true.
That's only written in people.
It's not only in Jamaica, other places too, that's true. On the books, everybody equal, but to live it out is a different thing. Well, I like that. The only thing that, for the past years, the reason why I asked you the question, because for the past 10 years or more, I heard about a space that have been allotted in Portmore. They're supposed to build a hospital there. And it hasn't even started yet. So that's why I asked the question, What else other than the road have been, built in Jamaica?
No, the health sector has improved. There was a massive renovation or upgrading at the Cornwall Regional, which is the Western Regional Hospital. So that itself.
What about KPH?
No, KPH have been upgraded. Even given a facelift, and some of the things that were happening years ago no longer happen. When you talk about bringing in food, you don't bring food no more and give it to the patient.
Yeah,
but it was becoming a rat infested situation, and so when people saw you don't bring in security again, it's tight. When you're visiting the hospital, you have to go to give your name and show an ID and tell us the name of the patient that you're going to, because over the years, what was happening, people were being killed in the hospital.
Yeah, people just walk in and walk past the guards, them.
Right. But let me tell you, public need a new plan completely. Public has long overgrown the space that they have.
Yes, but you see, it's not
all they do down there. They don't have enough space down there to do what they do. They need a new hospital.
No. Favors, always remember, yes, let's bear one thing in mind. Yes, it needs a new space, it's outgrown space, but you must bear one thing in mind: the communities that it serves. So you can't take it away from there and as you rightly said, you can build, but build so much. So unless you're going to remove,
there's a lot of
some
houses over there, that side, that can tear down. Yeah, they can buy out those land, tear down, and expand.
Of course.
Right.
I'm not advocating that they move it from there.
But like you said, the point that we are making, just like we have said, the corruption dollars could go towards these things. That's the point we are making. We're saying that the many dollars that have been taken through corruption could have helped to expand the healthcare far better than what it is now.
Oh yeah.
So that's the situation. But let us see what is happening, will happen on the horizon pertaining to this upcoming election.
What's happening in entertainment, though? On your side, I know it's a sticky side right now. No work. What's going on? How the artists or you guys surviving? Because you are a part of it, or you're surviving.
Well,
the industry itself, or the entertainment industry surviving. Any stimulus for you guys?
No, we have got the stimulus here.
Okay.
We haven't got it yet, so let us hope something. So something works.
But it's been discussed in, right?
Yes, it's.
Okay.
It's, yeah, gentlemen, I the only thing I can say, I just resumed office today. So after months of being away, you could get full attention. The only thing I can say is that what is happening now is I'm back in office, so I'm able to spend all the time that we were working with. Yeah. So
that's good. That's good. You're back in the office space. So.
Yeah. Today is back at the desk, and we're trying to put back things in place. Have things up and running again.
That's good.
But I could not miss the opportunity to not talking to our listeners and give them any information about what is happening here.
True.
Right. So by next week I should be up fully, and so I'm just going to say that I have to cut it short.
No problem, Teddy. I understand. I know your part, your industry is feeling it right now, because I'm following it up both in Europe and the Caribbean, and that industry, the government not reaching out to the entertainment industry as they should. Germany is complaining a lot too,
Yeah, remember, they didn't give support to this industry, because this is one of the industries that make it by themselves. They made it without the aid of the government, and then they only use it whenever they want to sell a brand or they want to do some campaign.
Or attract tourists.
And they know, we're going to hear the song now that is going to take off. The last election, that song, My Dream, El Popel, galvanize the crowd. So let us look forward now to see which song they're going to use in this upcoming campaign. So I'm going to sign off here on my side, and those all the listeners. We just want to say have a great day, and we talk.
All right, Teddy. Take care, man.
All right, good then.
All right.
Bye. All right.
Yes, our listeners, that was Teddy Laidley doing the really current news. We're gonna play some music and then get back to you in a few moments.
Sweet rain, Johnny, when we run the waist. Teacher, yeah, the same is a big disgrace. Certain girl have my name all over the place. Give them a chance, then we take a taste.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Everywhere the girl them a wine up. When they see how we line up, in this a bubble pan the rhythm. Bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, bubble up. Saturday night, everybody feeling right. Breaking loose in the dance hall tonight. Let me tell all the man them say, all the girl them a look up for Johnny. Why always soothing like a gig? Whoa, the body just a roll, roll. Johnny in control. Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Every girl them a wine up. When they see how we line up, in the suburbs we on the rhythm. Bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, bubble up. Can't tell mommy, can't tell daddy. Tonight I'm gonna be with my Johnny. I don't care what the girl them say. All I want is to hug and to kiss and to play. Why always wiggling like a gig? Whoa, the body just a roll, roll. Johnny make me lose control. Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Every girl them a line up. When they see how him wind up, in the suburbs on the rhythm. Bubble up, bubble up, keep on bubbling. Johnny be good tonight. What about Johnny, Johnny, make me feel alright. Saturday night, everybody feeling right. Breaking loose in the dance hall tonight. Let me tell all them man them say, all the girl them a look out for Johnny. Why always wiggling like a gig? Whoa, the body just a roll, roll. Johnny in control. Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Johnny, 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 every girl love Johnny.
Every girl love Johnny.
Everywhere the girl them a wine up. When them see how him line up, in this a bubble on the rhythm. Bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, on the rhythm.
Johnny, Johnny, the music of Sharon Forrester. Right here on the Real Stuff Podcast. For those of you listening and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and click the bell. So whenever we're on, you'll be the first to know. Flavius.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As we were talking about the KPH hospital, and you said need a facelift, not only a facelift, but it whole of that need a new structure, everything.
A new concept.
Okay. You know, I was
I have been
thinking.
to a lot of times. And the place is just physically too small.
Well,
you just cannot. Yeah, you just cannot do the. Remember, it is a top hospital in the Caribbean, you know.
Yeah.
It is definitely the top hospital in Jamaica. So anything happen, it's a seriousness. You end up at KPH, you know.
Yeah.
But the bill, I don't know if you've ever been in the building recently, man.
No, when I was there last year, I never go on that side.
The building, you can hardly walk in the building. The whole thing is breaking down. When you go in there, it makes you sicker. You want new building with some bright colors painted up nicely, so when people go in there, them can feel like them can get better and come out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really. I mean, they did a good job. I mean, my father was born there, so you know how old that place is.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, they have not done anything to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new, and these are new. I think for Jamaica to survive, we need a general hospital village where you can go. I know, say you go over this part and you get your X-ray. You go over this part and it's the eye clinic. You know, right now, if you're going to the eye clinic, short thing, almost everything, everybody have a congregate in one small place. Most time them call your name, you can't even hear your name.
Mm-hmm. And that's been around for years. Even though they're in the same vicinity, it's just some small places where after you come out of KPH, chest clinic and things like that, you know.
Some of them need have nice, well laid out plant where you have all the facilities.
One of the things I was saying, and you and I discussed it earlier, West Kingston in itself need for reconstruct. So you see, from KPH end to Rose Lane, like you're going to Madden Funeral Home, all of that.
Yeah.
On the Madden side, houses, they need to tear down all of that. Relocate those people. Put them somewhere else where they can live much better. And expand the hospital as far as to Charles Street. Then on the other side of Rose Lane, going up to Drummond Street, they do the same thing. And on the other side where they have going back to Oxford Street, some yards are right there, so you can tear down all of that too. Relocate because from Oxford Street and Oxford Street and Percy Street corner. Or Oxford Street and Tulip Lane. All of that is open land now, you know.
Yeah.
So they can buy out all of that space, tear down that. If the funeral home, them can get that to them get that, and expand it and keep it right there. So, and the whole of West Kingston need to dig up and build back, rebuild, man, and put new houses into places.
I don't think 20 cars can park inside a public. In fact, I'm sure. 20 cars can park inside here. And opposite the park, opposite that is like a dump where you have a dump.
Mm-hmm.
And beside it, you have a little paid parking thing, which is, I mean, it should never be there at all.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not planning. We're just not sitting down and putting things into perspective and say, what kind of environment is our premier hospital in?
Mm-hmm.
Because you get injured on a certain night, it's hard to even go down there. I mean, you have to be brave to go down there.
You need from some 24 hours clinics, like them call it emergency care.
It's in the middle. It's in the middle of a very, very depressed area. Very depressed area. If you take the bus and you come out there and you go to the bus stop, or if you walk on North Street to reach
Orange Street. I go down Orange Street, forget to the park.
You are in complete fear. You know, you are in total fear.
Yeah, man, the community dilapidated.
Yeah, man, the whole place, the whole of North Street, all those buildings used to have all of them breakdown, burnout. And that is why we have to traverse to get to the premier hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else, I mean, I'm very strange or what, but your hospital should never have a front page like that. and a surrounding like that.
But even if it is there, it should be big enough. Because you can't fix up the surrounding after. It should be big enough.
Yeah, but all of those cases,
adequate facilities. Adequate facilities.
All of those cases you can use, You don't have to go back. You can use up most of the street too. The hospital.
As my good friend Ainsworth said, the last time, we need a proper healthcare system that take care of the whole of Jamaica, not just for not just for the elite.
Yeah, remember, without proper healthcare, you are cutting all forms of production,
You cut liberty. You cut liberty.
You need to keep the people healthy for them to perform whatever job they're doing. You can't have people, the most of them time, them spend in hospital in good health. And I can tell you, if you're sick and you go public now, you get sicker by the minute. That's how bad it is. That's what it looks. I used to be on the other.
Okay.
I can tell you. It is really, really, really bad.
I passed through there 2018 and I couldn't believe the place, man. The surrounding itself, not inside of the hospital, but the surrounding. Not totally different from when I was living around there. Totally different. I know things change because it's a long time, but I was expecting to see like like some development, the streets, them. Oh my gosh. And that's why I was saying the whole place need to tear down, man. Tear down and rebuild a different community. Because it's sickening. If you say, yes, you come from a community, and when you go back there, it's not something you can say, wow, them had on this, or them build that up, or them improve the park, or something. Nothing. It just get worse and worse.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's getting worse and worse. Not to mention Portmore, for all these years. How long Portmore open up now? Over 40 odd years, And Portmore don't have a hospital.
Portmore need 2 hospitals.
It need 2 state-of-the-art hospital.
Based on the number of people.
Plus a children's hospital as well. You need a children's hospital too.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't just build for the adults them. You need a children's hospital as well. Or even if you build a hospital there, you have to put a children's facilities.
All about the lack of planning, man. Lack of planning. We don't plan. We say, we can't put up some more no?
You used to work in a system where do what you guys used to do water surveillance.
Water resources.
Okay. And you've been around the world and you see our community build. They put up all the essential facilities first.
Only one way community can build. One way. You get your master plan, and the plan before you dig the first hole. You know where everything is. You get your proper master plan, and you have where the school is, where the park is, where the church is, where the shopping center is, everything. And then you start building.
You put in all essential facilities first.
Everything. When the first person put the key in them door, they can go inside the house and come back out and go down to the mall and buy some groceries.
Yeah. Then now have to set up a shop out on the front of them house so that people can come purchase. And that's
so you have your school, you have your green area,
fire station,
you have your park, you have your trail,
fire
schools,
station, everything.
Everything. and you make sure that all of those are manned.
So it creates employment right away for people moving in as they move in. Some people who would have lived somewhere in Kingston wouldn't have to drive go Kingston again go work. Because even
Let me tell you,
everything built there.
when you go in your house in a Franco, all you need is to go to the phone shop and you buy a phone or get a phone and you sign up and you go home and you plug in your phone in the wall and in short order your phone is working.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody going to come install the phone. Your phone and your light and your heating and all these things are built into every house.
Water supplies.
So you don't have no old for cable that run all over the place because they're built inside the walls. Everything is in place before you go in. Everything. The water is there. You know, your kitchen pipes and everything is there waiting on you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to buy some more fancy things, you can always buy your fancy things and change them out, but that is you.
Yeah.
But all the facilities of living is in the community before the first person takes control of the house.
Do you know of any community like that built in Jamaica?
None. None. When I went to Greater Portmore, because we were one of the first people that went to Greater Portmore, because after Portmore was built, you know, and everybody saw how poor that was.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
They
poor.
created Greater Portmore.
Mm-hmm.
Even worse. What you see in Greater Portmore now, you know, when it started and we went in, there was nothing like what you see now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There was no mall, there was no health center, nothing. All those came after. I know the mall came.
Mm-hmm.
People start use them out to sell stuff. And other people start get word say the price of their house can go down and start complaining. And they build this center. And then after a while, them start build quite a few shopping places.
Mm-hmm.
And then they build a police station and the health center opposite each other. I'm trying to say if we had a fire. We never have a fire station.
And that's supposed to
and then they build the 100-man police station.
Mm-hmm.
And we were advocating that they use the hotel. There was a hotel, Port Henderson, big hotel, that was not in use. I think the government owned it.
Mm-hmm.
You had a lot of cottages around the hotel.
Yeah, man. This one, what them call it again? I can't remember the name. I was talking about it a couple weeks ago, all the way down the bottom.
And the hotel were earmarked the hotel for them to put hospital there.
Mm-hmm.
And I left Portmore over 20 years now. That never happened.
That never.
Those cottages that people want to buy. I was trying to get one. And it was really sweet.
Mm-hmm. They're still there.
They're not there.
Yeah, so I pass unless them build up some new ones where the hotel is. The same building is there, you know, the hotel building is there. But them have
the cottages rotten down.
You thought the cottage them in the hotel, right?
Yeah, near the hotel, yeah. Those are rotten down.
But them have some other ones built outside.
They're rotten down. the problem is that we can't get anything done, and the politics is too steep now that if this is to be done and the government change, then the other government
Revenge politics are going. I tell you that all the time.
Yeah, Shelby. And the next one come back and then nobody with it again, and then tell you say X, Y, and Z and all kind of garbage.
There wasn't enough money, and it project are overpriced and this and that.
How can you build a community with 300,000 people? You don't build nothing for employment. What you build is what they call a dormitory community. You live in Portmore, but you have to work in Kingston. And you have to get up from 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to reach work. And you come back 9 o'clock. What kind of living is that?
Well, anyway,
That's like a planning.
Yeah.
Like a planning.
With that, we have to go.
Yes.
We have to go today. So, let's wrap it up. You can go ahead.
Well, Jamaica has opened up its borders, and we are reaping the benefits of that now. Accelerated cases of COVID, because I think we have doubled or tripled the amount we had before the borders were opened up. That is what we have now. You know, they're still trying to manage it and all that, but the bottom line is lack of planning, and the second thing is that people don't have any discipline. A lot of people coming home to look for them relatives and do whatever they're doing, and then them coming home not remembering or understanding that they have to do the 2 weeks quarantine. And from the land, they're all over the place. They don't know if they have it or they don't have it. They're all over the place, all over everybody. So we are getting a lot of, like we get 16 come in, and then them infect another 10 or 20. And we're just pushing out like that. Because after everything was locked down and we did fairly well, I think we have 3 different quarantine going on now, which is totally ridiculous. I mean, if you have a 1 man or a 2 man coming in, and it looks like the people who are coming in are not being tested, like in America and all that. They are coming here sick. Yeah, they are. But I don't know if them don't want to get tested and get well.
Run them around. Run, they are running. Anyway, the hotel in question is Forum Hotel. Our PR,
Forum.
Our PR personnel, Courtney just sent us
Forum,
Forum Hotel.
Even over that side too, so know all about that.
Forum. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, so with that,
I was on a Portmore committee that was looking and suggesting all these things. Yeah. I will put on a Portmore Expo about 3 years I was involved in it. And Portmore was really booming at that time. But you can't get nothing like that done, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, they had a group at the Orgeman station that I was a part of too. A lot of things were happening. A lot of youth projects, you know. But apparently everything just fizzled out.
You left the community, so it dead.
Fizzled out. And then the driving force behind the whole thing, Mr. Lee, George Lee, he actually died.
And then
so
you left the community.
Yeah, I left.
So
But I went back a few years after I left and still helped them out, you know.
No, I'm talking you
After,
left for good.
yeah.
There goes the community.
Yeah.
So we do it tomorrow again. You and I
Yes.
and our guests. So take care yourself, your loved one. Always remember prayer do changes things, regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue to pray. So we see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
And remember, respect and discipline. We need to have respect for our fellow citizens, and we need to have respect for our country. Don't have the respect when you live in America and Canada and England, and when you come home, all are gone through the door. You don't follow the protocols and all that. That is very disrespectful. Please,
All right.
respect Jamaica.
Big ups to Courtney and all our listeners this morning, our viewers. We thank you for being here with us. Tafina to take us out.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know I said me if it could flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty I clean where I ease. I said, yeah. I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Shorty, I a clean pair of heels. I said, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, to how you move, you have me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.